Heyo, welcome into the CHGO White Sox podcast presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio A of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. We are leading you up into the second game of the White Sox and Blue Jays matchup here in Chicago. It is Dylan Cease versus Kevin Gausman. The White Sox won 8-7 yesterday. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me, as always, is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
You can follow him on Twitter at Herb. Nope. It's not at Herb. It's at Ectorwall23.
Just go there.
Just go to
at Herb and see what happens.
At Herb. We should do that. At Herb. See where it brings you. But at Lawrence backwards 23 for Robin Ventura is where you can follow Herb on Twitter. And you can follow the show on Twitter at CHGO_White Sox, leading you up into the White Sox dance and date with 500 again. Herb, if they win tonight, they'll be at 500, which feels like probably the 10th time this year. And then, we get to see on Wednesday them go over 500 because they're sweeping the Blue Jays, right?
I mean, if they win today, they're winning tomorrow. Damn straight. I'm putting that down.
Guaranteed.
Put it down. I would be very happy if the White Sox won today. That would give another good series victory over a team that is upper echelon. I think they're not the greatest of teams, but they play in the AL East, and they're competitive there. Bats work. The pitcher tonight, Kevin Gausman, works, and so does Alek Manoah, who we get to miss this time. So a good victory over the Blue Jays today will be awesome. Our guy KPW will be sad, but, you guys can go on. We'll see you in the playoffs.
Right.
And we'll see the rematch, and hopefully our guys get vaccinated so they can come out and shove like the guy who's pitching tonight.
Well, hey, hopefully when we're playing Toronto in the playoffs, it's here at the crib and not over there. I mean, there'll be a couple games.
I mean, it will be. Like, if they're probably not going to win the AL East for more, right, because the Yankees are juggernaut.
Pretty damn good.
So they'll be one of the wild card teams. So if the White Sox make the playoffs, I think it'll be more likely be the AL Central champion. So we would have hosting duties there. And
I don't know if they're still doing 5-game series or not, but or 3-game series in the first round. We saw that you didn't have to leave Oakland. It was different because of COVID.
Yep.
I don't even know what I'm talking about here.
I think
you'd have to go to Toronto no matter what. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we would do 2 of those in here at least.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
And you could pitch Dylan Cease in game 1 or game 2, so you don't have to worry about it in game 3. No Kendall Graveman, though. And Connor's happy because Yankee fans are mad at the All-Star game voting. I'm honestly mad at the All-Star game voting. Let's look at this because we created the Ladies Love Cool A, Ladies Love Cool Andrew graphic yesterday, trying to get Andrew Vaughn back to Cali. And you can see the voting so far as it looks across the American League. Yasmani Grandal is 10th in the catcher voting. He hasn't been great this year, but still top 10. You look at first base. Jose Abreu there is at 7th. Should be higher, folks. Yeah. No White Sox representation at second base, even though they signed 2 of them this offseason. No Leary Garcia and Josh Harrison at second base in the voting. No Yohan Moncada at third base as well. Tim, good representation for the White Sox and the only representation in the top 2. He is second in the shortstop vote, just behind Bo Bichette of the Blue Jays. And then at designated hitter, you see 10 names, and none of them are Andrew Vaughn. Franmil Reyes is somehow at 10. Kyle Garlick is somehow at 8. I think there are probably 3 names on that list right now that are truly better designated hitters than Andrew Vaughn. And it's Alvarez, I think that's Ohtani is second, and that's JD Martinez. It's those 3 guys. And if you want to include Stanton, he's definitely top 4, but putting him in the category of Alvarez, Stanton, Ohtani, and JD Martinez, pretty damn good company right there. So pretty brutal for the White Sox. And I don't want to blame fans. It is a fan vote. I don't want to be like, oh, you guys really aren't doing your job. But it's also the front office not doing their job because
the White Sox fans. I think it's just a dumb thing for fans to vote
for
the All-Star. That's just dumb.
Fan votes are dumb, but still, I mean, if the team was better right now, you'd probably have more participation and more clout on your team. Franmil Reyes is not having a better season than Andrew Vaughn. Kyle Garlick is not having a better season than Andrew Vaughn. There should be no reason why right now the White Sox don't have a guy who is clearly one of the top 5 designated hitters in the American League, even in the top 10. I feel like that's bad representation for Sox fans, and I just have to ask the question, why is that happening? I think you have to look at the front office and the fact that this team's under 500 so far through 65-ish games.
I agree with that, but also I believe batting him 8th and 9th, your own team doesn't believe that you can hit at the top of the order. So he's batted 9th and 8th, I think, if my calculations are correct.
Twice at 9th, and then I think you said 5 times at 8th.
Yeah, so like 8 times. I think 3 times at 9th.
Okay.
But, yeah, his own team is putting him in a bad spot. Now he's in a spot that he should be, in the 2-hole or 3-hole. So, yes, I don't think any White Sox starter or position player will get picked. Tim is a very popular guy in the major leagues. And he should be over Bo Bichette because our guy, Shy Sox fan Mike, at Shy Sox fan Mike, put out this nice tweet today. Bo Bichette is slashing 259, 304, 421 for a 725 OPS, an OPS plus of 105. Tim Anderson, 357, 393, 500 for 893 OPS, 155 OPS plus. He's a 2.2 F4, while Bo Bichette is a 1.2 F4. So it's really no contest. Tim is the much more superior player at shortstop. I don't know why Bo Bichette is winning.
Because of the fan vote. Because
he has
Toronto's showing out.
Because he has a whole damn country behind him?
Yeah, absolutely. And, the White Sox don't even have all of Chicago
I've
behind
always hated Newfoundland.
I
Sons
yes.
of bitches.
Stop it. Those asshats up in Newfoundland. That's brutal. And up over
in Labrador? Ugh. Don't get me started.
Don't get me started on Manitoba.
Ugh.
All those jerks from there. Vancouver, Saskatchewan. Brutal. Anyways, the outfielders you can vote for the White Sox are A.J. Pollock, Luis Robert, and Eloy Jimenez. I don't know where they're at on the...
Not on the list.
Pull it up. I don't think they're on the list
Not on the list at all. I looked for them.
Yeah, none in the top 20. So no Luis Robert, obviously no Eloy Jimenez in the top 20. I don't think anyone would be too compelled to vote for him right now, and no A.J. Pollock in the top 20. Pretty just rough showing for the White Sox all around, and I think it just has to do with, the White Sox record right now, and you saw last night 22,000 people at the game. This is a team that is supposed to be at the top of their division, at the top of the AL Central, and they're just not, and it's just been a brutal 65 games so far. They're at 32 and 33, and hopefully they could start to turn it around. But, yeah, just kind of deflating seeing that, Herb, in my mind.
I mean, we don't deserve to have people besides Tim Anderson representing the White Sox as far as position players on the All Star team. I think Tim will eventually make it by the managers voting him in, but as far as anybody else, Andrew Vaughn I don't think is going to make it. You just listed 4 other guys that are in front of him in bigger markets, especially Stanton's going to make it over him. That's going to happen. So, yeah, we'll eventually.
Stanton counts as an outfielder right now, so he might not even affect Vaughn.
Oh, is it Judge is the DH there for the Yankees? I forgot who they have as the designated hitter for the Yankees, but whoever it is, he's going. But, yeah, we don't deserve anybody from our position players. We've been playing poorly.
Josh Donaldson. He does not deserve to go.
No.
Josh Donaldson, can you go back to that one, Steven? Yeah, Josh Donaldson is 6th?
Whoa.
6th behind Miggy Cabrera and Danny Jansen.
Oh.
So, there goes KPW saying, guys, Canada has a smaller population than the state of New York. It's not just us. I know it's not just you,
California.
But also it's just the intensity of having one entire country behind one baseball team. You kind of saw it as well with Kansas City. It was just kind of that region rallying around a very good Royals team and voting in Alcides Escobar into the All-Star game. I think that obviously the White Sox will have one representation. I think they'll probably get a bullpen guy as well. But I hope it's not just TA and a pitcher. I hope it's TA, Andrew, and a pitcher as well. But go get your votes out. If you're watching us, you clearly have internet access, so go vote for Andrew Vaughn.
Who do you think is going to be the pitcher the White Sox are going to send out there? I know one guy that should go 100%. He should be maybe starting the game.
Reynaldo Lopez?
No, Raylo's been pitching well.
Johnny Cueto?
No, now I got 2 guys. Damn it. Michael Kopech.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be starting the game. He just doesn't have enough innings at this point. Maybe he's the representation pitching-wise. I think someone in the bullpen
Yankees
could, too. I think Kendall Graveman could probably get
Aren't
some
the Yankees
love.
going to be the representative? Isn't Aaron Boone going to be the person picking these people?
No, because isn't it the World Series loser?
Is it the World Series loser?
Yeah, I don't think the Yankees.
Oh, I'm
were
thinking
in it.
I'm thinking it's the NBA where you get the best record gets the.
Oh yeah,
gets the
no, I don't
choice.
think so. I think it's always
World
based
Series.
off of
So it's Kevin Cash again.
Kevin Cash. Well, no,
Is the who was in the?
who the hell was in the World Series last year? Not the White Sox.
Yeah, it was the Astros.
Oh yeah, Braves Astros.
Johnny Black Baker will call.
Yes.
Tim in.
Dusty will start him. Anyways, let's go and talk about some stuff, too. This is from Yahoo Sports. I was reading this article today, and I just wanted to share it. It's from Hannah Kaiser, and let me get this other name right as well. I just want to make sure. It's Zach Kreiser, I believe. Zach, Zachcrizer. So go check out this article on
Sounds right.
yahoosports.com. But Zach and Hannah put together an article talking about a new wave of high-tech pitching machines that can throw like MLB aces. And what they're trying to do is replicate speed. They're trying to replicate spin, and they're trying to replicate motion as well. And I thought it was just really interesting. And this is a clip from it. A prominent study in 2018 by an analyst who now works for the Tampa Bay Rays, that's Jeff Sullivan, questioned the point of the usual home run derby-style batting practice. Teams seem to agree and now are moving towards practice that imitates competition. Halloran says 17 MLB organizations have adopted the iPitch, and 8 teams are using 5 or more machines. Several other companies, including Hack Attack, also produce machines catering to the idea. It's hard to gauge overall acceptance because of individuals. The players can decline to take part. Houston Astros hitting coach Troy Snitker chalked up some of the resistance to the fact that players are just used to practicing in which they succeed. And I got nervous that the White Sox weren't in on this trend. And I did notice that the Blue Jays were. This is from Spinball Sports. They created the iPitch, and they are down in Mount Vernon, Illinois, which is about a 4-hour drive from here. But he said Fast Moving Week will be at the Blue Jays in the morning to see their 10 iPitches. So the Blue Jays and the Yankees are taking a control of this technology. And I was wondering if the White Sox did. They were one of the first teams, one of the first of 5 teams to adopt this type of technology back in 2016. So it is surprising when we look at some of this stuff, and they're not using the high advanced one from what I understand. 7 teams are using the Traject pitching mechanics, which we'll get into a little bit later, but at least the iPitch, which at least replicates that speed and spin.
Yeah.
The White Sox have had a basic or early model of this since 2016, and Spinball Sports visited their complex in spring training in 2020. So I was surprised to kind of see the White Sox on the edge of new technology. That was good to see.
That's all due to Rick Hahn. Give him credit, give him his just due for getting and being proactive instead of reactive to what the rest of the major leagues are doing. So, yeah, you don't get better at playing baseball by not playing baseball at regular baseball speed. So, right. Batting practice, that anybody can hit that. 70 miles per hour right down the middle where you like the ball. Yeah, it gives you confidence, and that's part of being a good hitter. But seeing something that you might see in the game will get you ready for the game. That's what you do. That's what they tell you. Take game shots during practice so you don't have to do that during the game. That's good for the White Sox. And it looks like it's kind of working out as the team doesn't strike out as much. Now, the hitting is a little tough, but as of late, they've been doing a little bit better as the weather has gotten improved.
Well, it's the approach too. They're ultra aggressive. It's that really isn't going to be solved by a pitching machine. And hey, maybe that would really get them antsy more too. Like, hey, I've seen this in batting practice so many times. Let's go out and attack. And I love the part that you brought out, because that's the point or the idea behind this is if you could see a guy 100 times before a game, why wouldn't you? Let's go to the other clip that I have from it. The potential power of the machine is best illustrated by a bedrock principle that guides modern pitcher usage. Hitters get better the more they see a pitcher in games. Pitchers facing a lineup for the first time in 2022 strike out 23.3% of batters and hold them to a 236, 310, and 378 slash line. They have a 3.59 ERA, but pitchers facing a lineup for at least a third time have an ERA of 5.50. They strike out only 18.6% of the batters and allow a 267, 326, and 443 slash line. This is known as the times through the order penalty. The effect exists, Pope says. Our whole premise was, what if you could see 100 pitches before the game started? And obviously, part of that too is fatigue. Guys pitching in 90 mile per hour heat or 90 degree heat will just drain their energy. So guys are losing some effectiveness as well throughout the game. But we see this with Andrew Vaughn. The more you see a guy, the better you're going to hit him. The second time he saw Kevin Gausman last time in Toronto, he nailed the shit out of a ball after seeing 11 pitches in that at bat. Yeah. So it's really interesting technology. This is what it looks like, or at least this is a mock-up. It's a projector onto that screen, And what it's going to do is it's going to have the guy wind up. If it's Jacob deGrom, you'll see Jacob deGrom wind up, and then right when he comes through with his pitching motion, it's going to come out of that hole at 102 miles per hour, and good luck hitting it. The one concern that people have is that guys are hitting 100 mile per hour, warm-up pitches, and they're going to break their hands, taking batting practice. But so far, the White Sox have just been hurt running to first base. But I thought it was an interesting article. If you want to learn more about it, check out Hannah Kaiser and Zach Kreiser's great work.
It is a great article. That is good to see the White Sox do that type of thing. And it's what we're seeing. These I see the commercials all the time for the virtual hitting. That's how you get ready for the game. You have to visualize it. Usually just do it in your mind, but now you don't have to do some type of mind work. You just get into the cage, see actual pitches from Jacob deGrom. And the 102, I'm good. I don't need to see Jacob deGrom in the practice. He's not even pitching in real life right now. Just give me the guy who's pitching today, Kevin Gausman. Just splitter, slider.
Well, and that's one thing too is the new one, the one that people only have like 7 of. It doesn't travel. The Mets just installed this into Citi Field. That one has gyro spin, so it would work with Kevin Gausman's splitter. It's trying to take off that velocity and make sure that it kind of takes away velocity.
Anywhere you can get an edge,
causing that drop. Yeah. Anywhere
you can get an edge on the pitchers, because it's kind of tilting more towards the pitchers now. We need to go back towards the offense, and we have a bad commissioner, so he wouldn't put good balls out there like he did in 2019 when people were hitting a bunch of home runs, and everybody's like, man, this is great. Let's keep on doing this. He's like, no, let's change up the balls and use multiple balls during a season.
And let's change them every single month where pitchers have no idea what to expect. All right, let's look at this lineup, and let's talk about this game tonight. It's Dylan Cease versus Kevin Gausman. Let's go to the White Sox lineup first. I already know who's leading off. He doesn't have to pull it up. Oh, there you go, Steven.
Look at Steven.
White Sox leadoff hitter Tim Anderson playing shortstop. Hey, Herb, where's Andrew Vaughn hitting?
I don't know. Where is he pointing at?
He's hitting second. Andrew Vaughn is batting second.
And he's playing DH, too.
He will be the designated hitter.
He's pointing to both his second and his spot he's playing today. This is the perfect spot for Andrew Vaughn, where he played last night at designated hitter.
And Andrew Vaughn has an over 400 batting average when hitting at DH, so I think he likes that position.
Keep him there.
I'm not against it. I don't want to see him in right, left, or center field. Please don't put him in the outfield. If you're going to play him, put him at first base. I'm fine with that. Batting third, Luis Robert playing center field. Batting fourth, Jose Abreu playing first. Batting fifth, A.J. Pollock in left field. Batting sixth, Adam Engel in right field. Batting seventh, Sebi Zavala playing catcher. Batting eighth, Josh Harrison playing second base. And batting ninth, Danny Mendick playing third base. What do you make of the lineup?
I keep on thinking about that text that was a couple days ago from was it Univision, saying that the White Sox have the analytics department doing the lineups from now on. I don't know. Maybe Tony just wised up and it's like, let's keep these top 5 together. Let's keep this type of system to go together. Even though Tim was out, we've pretty much plugged in Tim for Danny Mendick at the top spot, and then kept the 4 guys behind him. Pretty much the same thing. It's working. It's working beautifully. And the bottom of the lineup's not that bad. Now, Sebi Zavala, he's showing a little power, showing a little pop. He almost hit one out of Detroit the other day. I don't mind him being in the game as the backup catcher today, because I know tomorrow we'll have Reese back in there, who's having a great time right now. I think he's on like a 10 game hitting streak. Yeah, so Josh Harrison played well yesterday. Put him back out there, and then Danny Mendick deserves some playing time. And I see him playing tomorrow, too, for Tim Anderson, for a day game after a night game, giving Tim the proper rest that he needs.
Sebi gave some balls a good ride in Houston, too, so he's been real nice so far at that. Josh is calling a Sebi bomb tonight.
Our guy Jimbo's back.
And our guy Jimbo's back. Where's he been? He's back. Been way too long. Looks
Enjoying
like
some time.
Yeah, All-Stars at 1 and 2. All-Stars definitely at 1 and 2. Jimbo's, just taking a day off, a siesta. But we got some Andrew Vaughn stats. Steven, what's this?
Yeah, normally we talk the graphics through beforehand, but we didn't have that chance today. Here's Andrew Vaughn as a DH this season. Numbers are immaculate.
Look at this.
Designated masher.
Steven just making graphics.
10 games, batting .463. I sold him short. I said he was batting .400. .463 batting average, .522 on base percentage, .707 slugging percentage.
If you see
3 home runs, 10 RBIs, and a .239 OPS plus. Jesus.
Our guy Eli's in the house. I would not play him in the field ever again if he hits like that.
No, why would you? And that was the thing, too. Going into the 2020 season, they gave him the expectation, hey, you're going to work with Jim Thome, you're going to be a DH, you're going to wear the number 25. And then, hey, we're going to screw up your first year and throw you out in the outfield. Maybe this guy should just be the damn DH. You know what? I'm fine with it. If Eloy wants to play left field and he's healthy and available too, that's fine. I don't care.
Until first base is open, designated hitter for Andrew Vaughn is smooth with me because that's what he's in the lineup for. No one cares about Andrew Vaughn's glove unless he's out in the outfield. Like, I care about it now because he's terrible at it. So, yes, he's in the lineup for his bat. And we have way too many of those guys that we only care about their bat. One's on the IL right now in Eloy Jimenez, but he'll have to play left field when he comes back because Andrew Vaughn's not giving up that DH spot.
Yeah, and two, I mean, he's got to play left field because, that's the only position he can play. And A.J. Pollock's there right now, but they got A.J. Pollock to be the right fielder. So, I mean, they got a mess out there. But, hey, as long as this team's hitting, and since June 10th, they have been hitting, averaging 7.1 runs per game since June 10th. That's a 10-game span. What the hell? It's the White Sox we're talking about. And two, I'll just talk about Andrew Vaughn has got me thinking, what's the odds on him hitting a home run tonight? Plus 450. So if you want to place a bet with the best sports book, the best way to support CHGO is to download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you do that right now, you get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. But that's not it. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll even get a free shirt of your choice from CHGO Locker. That's $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free T-shirt from the CHGO Locker, all for making more than a $50 first-time deposit at PointsBet. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you out. PointsBet's your home for live in-play betting, and it just got even better. If you see an edge in the game you're watching, if your favorite team is primed for a comeback, don't just watch the game, bet along with it live. You have more live betting, more live markets, and faster live cash outs with PointsBet. You can download the PointsBet app right now and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. And if you use if you make a $50 more first-time deposit, you receive a free CHGO membership. So what are you waiting for? It's time to elevate your live betting game. Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. Again, Andrew Vaughn to hit a home run is at plus 450 if you want to take that. Andrew Vaughn to just get a hit is at minus 280 on PointsBet right now. Andrew Vaughn to record an RBI is at plus 155. And I think the one that I like the most, Andrew Vaughn to record 2+ hits, that's at plus 190. He got 4 in the last game, and he got 2 hits off Kevin Gausman last time. I liked his swings against Gausman, and I see no reason, especially after seeing those DH stats, to not go with it. So place your bets tonight with PointsBet when you make them.
I'm a fan of that because we'll see later who I pick for a click to pick, but we didn't hit Kevin Gausman that hard. We got, I think, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, and he only lasted 5 innings, partly because of that at bat by Andrew Vaughn, having 11 pitches, seeing him a lot, and he chased him early. He's given up runs after that start. Since that start, he has pitched versus the Minnesota Twins, the weird-ass Minnesota Twins, and given up 5 runs, only 3 of them earned, given up 2 versus the Detroit Tigers, who are terrible at offense, and then his last start, he gave up 7 earned runs versus the Baltimore Orioles in Toronto. So we've probably set him off on the wrong track. Hopefully continue that wrong track tonight versus the Chi Sox.
Well, if you include that game, 17 innings and 17 runs allowed, 12 of those earned, an earned run average of 635 for Gausman in his last 4 starts. And the White Sox loaded this lineup with right-handers. That's the handedness that hits Gausman best. It tries to neutralize his splitters. So I like the White Sox going with a right-handed heavy lineup as well tonight. The 32 and 33 White Sox looking to improve to 500 again. They're 4.5 games back of the Minnesota Twins, who are in first place at 38 and 30. The Cleveland Guardians, who are 1 game back of the Twins, are 34 and 28. White Sox are still chasing both of those guys. All right, Carpe Diem. It's time to seize the day. Let's talk about Dylan Cease and his weird past 4 starts. Dylan Cease this year, 68 innings pitched, a 2.91 ERA, 58 hits allowed, 97 strikeouts, 34 walks, and an ERA plus of 135. Kevin Gausman, 73 innings pitched, a 3.21 ERA, 81 hits allowed, 80 Ks, 11 walks, and an ERA plus of 124. And Herb, in Dylan Cease's last 4 games, if we gave him for Kevin Gausman, we should give him for Dylan Cease, 21 1/3 innings, 10 runs, None of them earned. He has a 0 ERA, somehow allowing runs. Thank you, Jake Berger, for making all those errors. But interesting.
Did he make them all?
I don't know. I was just being facetious. But
it's not too far away. I know he made the last time.
Right. With the nightmare 2-1 Max Muncy game, 2-1 intentional walk. But what have you made of Dylan Cease so far, especially going back to that Cubs game against Stroman, where he had a nice outing, but the White Sox, only gave him a couple runs of support?
His starts are hit or miss as of late. Like, he does well. Like, he could have got out of that 6th inning versus the Dodgers if we had good defense there. If we had a manager looking out for his best interests instead of letting him throw 40-plus pitches in that inning. But I digress. He gets himself into trouble with a lot of non-competitive pitches. Like, when he gets to 0-2, sometimes he throws that slider that's in the left-handed batter's box that no one's going to swing at. It's not a strike ever. Like, that's the beauty of a great slider or a great 12-6. You start in the strike zone, it looks as if a fastball is coming, and then it has that leg break. But sometimes he just tries to snap it a little bit more because he's getting hit hard sometimes when he misses his slider location. I just think he needs to trust his pitches, and if they hit it, they hit it. Lucas has been doing that to some bad effect lately, but usually his home runs are only solo shots. If that is the worst that can happen to Dylan Cease, cool. Sometimes you're going to give up home runs, but challenge these hitters. Do not give them extra bases and people on the bases for their bigger hitters behind them to drive them in. So that's what I want Dylan to know, that he has the stuff. He has great stuff, and it plays. And sometimes from start to start, from pitch to pitch, he's doubting himself. I can feel the confidence waning. It's like, oh, man, this guy hit me hard, or this team has been hitting me hard, or I hung that last one. I need to get extra on this pitch and extra torque. They're saying I'm telegraphing my pitches and I'm slowing down my arm. I need to worry about that. I think he's way into his head sometimes and just needs to pitch. His plus stuff plays. Somebody needs to get in his head and say, your stuff plays, just pitch.
Yeah,
they're not going to hit it.
I think the one thing that is at least, good to see, or at least a thing that's at least, positive with C so far, the strikeouts swinging and the strikeouts looking, or the strikes looking, have gone up in those past 4 starts. So, I mean, it feels like he's loading up the strike zone, at least helping himself out, getting more strikes. Hopefully the defense is there behind him. All right, before we make our picks, before we give Wayne the clicks that we'll pick, we do want to mention tomorrow is the White Sox tailgate, the CHGO White Sox tailgate. We want to thank our partners who have hooked us up with the perfect tailgating items. Chicago's own Green Ridge Farm will be providing us with smoked Polish sausages, jalapeno cheddar brats, hot dogs, and meat sticks. If you haven't tried them already, check out their stuff at Costco or most grocery stores, as well as online at greenridgefarm.com. And we'll also be joined by the grilling experts over at Weber Grill. As you can see on the screen, they will have their portable grass grill, the Traveler, to cook up the meats. Check out the link in our YouTube description to get the perfect tailgating grill yourself. Come out and join us. Just come out and have a good time. It is sold out, but if you're going to the game anyways, you know where Lot B is. We'll be there at 11:30. Come say hi to the Weber Grill people. Come say hi to the Green Ridge Farm people. And come say hi to the CHGO White Sox people. We're nice, friendly people.
I'll be there. Sean will be there. Vinny will be there. A couple other people from CHGO. A couple of CHGO Cub people will be there. You could talk to them nicely, cordially. Don't get in arguments. Don't get in fights.
Cody is worried that White Sox fans will give him a hard time.
You could talk smack about their crappy team, but do not incite a fight there.
My guy Dan Reyes will be there, so shout out to Dan Reyes. Excited to see you guys. I'm excited to put some faces to names.
Still haven't seen KPW say he's going to be there. Toronto's is just a short drive down the street.
Well, he's got to go drive and get his ketchup popsicle and his bag of milk and all the weird stuff they do up in Canada to drown his sours after the White Sox win tonight, huh?
Yeah, and Dan, I know you're in California. Fly over. Come on,
Dan.
We need 2 Dans. Fly right back.
We need Dan Reyes and we need Dan Payton. All right, Herb, what's your prediction for tonight?
My prediction is Payne, and the White Sox winning this game. I'm going with 6-4 White Sox winner over Kevin Gausman.
I don't like you saying Payne, because last time I picked Payne, Tim Anderson got hurt.
No, I mean, I'm just Payne. That's just the thing from Rocky 3.
Oh, well, my bad. I didn't get that reference. Thunderlips.
Clubber Lang says, what's your prediction? Payne.
Thunderlips, am I right?
No. I mean, he was in Rocky 3.
He was in that.
That was Hawk Harrelson.
Hawk Harrelson, brother.
Hulk Hogan.
Stretch.
I'll tell you what.
These
These
Macho Man.
24-inch pythons, mercy. Say your prayers.
When I was in Detroit, Michigan, back in WrestleMania 3, I picked up this man that was about 7 feet tall and 700 pounds. His name was Andre the Giant. And I slammed him down to the mat, brother.
I'll tell you what. Rico Petrocelli would never did that. Coco Beware would never do that.
Hey, and Chicago's own Clubber Lang as well. I'm going to go White Sox winning and notable Cubs fan. I was going to say Ice-T. Who's the guy who plays Clubber Lang? The guy from the A-Team.
Oh, Mr. T.
Mr. T. I was going to say Ice-T. Mr. T. My
He
bad,
is a
Mr.
Chicagoan,
T.
yes.
But he was a Cubs fan. I remember him having a horrible seventh inning stretch. Anyways, I'm going to pick the White Sox to win 7-2. I think Dylan Cease has a real nice outing tonight. I think that he doesn't strike out a ton, but I think he's going to be efficient and do what Herb says. Pitch in the zone and load up that strike zone with strikes. We saw that was effective for Lance Lynn tonight. Hopefully Dylan Cease can do the same. Who's your click to pick?
I'm going with Andrew Vaughn. He exploded last night. None of us picked him yesterday, but you've convinced me. I picked Jake Berger yesterday. Of course, today probably Jake Berger go off. Andrew Vaughn would just get one hit and look all right. But I'm going Andrew Vaughn tonight. Hopefully he sees Kevin Gausman like he saw up there in Toronto and has a nice at-bat at the first at-bat, and then he takes him deep the second at-bat.
Wayne's going 9-4. Josh Fiore's going 6-0 with a shutout by Cease. And Rusted going 7-2 like I am and saying Pito is the pick to click, and he'll go yard tonight. So Rusted and I are on the same team. He didn't even know that I picked that before he sent it in the comments. So I think that is just a real choice right there, lining up. Baloney's picking Luis to go yard again tonight, and blank name saying I'm going Abreu for the click to pick. I don't know if Connor's being real, but he's going with Thrillabridge. So we'll see if Thrillabridge has a
and my guy Josh
game.
Fiore going with Vaughn.
There you go. We'll see what happens tonight. White Sox take on Kevin Gausman. Dylan Cease takes on the Detroit Blue Jays.
Yes, Sean, I'm still saying he's a better hitter than TA, yes.
The Toronto Blue Jays. I think he's a better pure hitter, but right now TA is getting better results. So I'll say TA is still the better hitter. But that's going to do it for the CHGO White Sox pregame. We'll have all postgame to talk about who's better, Andrew Vaughn and Tim Anderson. And hopefully they both have good nights tonight. Herb's picking a 6-4 win. I'm picking a 7-2 win. Hopefully we are not sad and, like Clubber Lang says, in pain after this one. Thank you to Fleetwood Mac for their 1979 album Tusk. We'll talk to you after the game. Go White Sox.
Okay.